I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there on the first play of the game. 66 yards for him on the ground.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Second down and goal. Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Rondale Moore.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Cards are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from the 20.
And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And some room to maneuver.
And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. In motion right is Hopkins. On 2nd and 12, Murray. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals have moved out in front.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The Ravens at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but The attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Man open, it's Goodwin.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And Jackson throwing once more, sliding out of the pocket.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Sawyer able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now a give right side. Sawyer. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hopkins, a man in motion right. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give it unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Moore, the man in motion. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
They go to Johnson again. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try him, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Rondale Moore
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Play fake. Murray. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore. As the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Isabella now from his end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Up the middle, Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Hopkins, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a handoff, Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Murray off play action. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Adafe Owe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed under pressure again, and down he goes again. Adafe. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changed.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the gun, Jackson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On play action, it's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. The busy night continues for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Kalen Barnes. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Johnson running left. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there. That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And at this stage, in the fourth, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 29 yards. And the Ravens take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Moore, the man in motion. From the 30 on 2nd down. Murray rotates Ertz going across the middle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 128 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 32 yards. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Murray to throw, sliding out of the pocket. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defense.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Jackson to throw.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing, Jackson.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Jackson. Open man downfield is Duvernay.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson.
Rolling to his right.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Arizona, they finally taste